afternoon to you this lovely Sunday. It is the 24th of March 2019. My name is Zainab Ismail. Now, Deputy President William Ruto and a host of MPs are currently at the Mwiki PCEA Church for a funds drive. The current political temperatures in Jubilee and an apparent stalemate expected to feature as MPs allied to the Deputy President engage their opponents. Let's listen in.
Ya kuvukisha watu mtoni, ya kuvukisha watu mtoni, ya kuvukisha watu mtoni. Hata sisi tumesema hapana, tutakuwa ngazi, tutapitisha wewe sasa. Hata wewe ule uko ndani. Mungu awabariki sana, asante sana.
Kwa haraka sana mkaribishe jirani wa Nairobi, Kemani wa Ishongwa. Niarere bokaga. Niarere bokaga. Koigana. Dake heo gamishia moiketo keigwe. Asante Mheshimiwa KJ, Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais na viongozi wa kanisa na Wakristo wenzangu, hamjambo. Muriega. Gaidesi ya ile mwangani ya goshua. Mimi sina mengi, kwanza niombe msamaha sababu nimechelewa, nilikuwa nimepeleka watoto Sunday school. Na nikija nikapotea njia kidogo. Nikapigia mheshimiwa wenyu simu kumuuliza njia ya kuja hapa, na akaniambia hayuko hapa, na akaniuliza mutigethikiririe, akaniuliza nikija nimuombe apology. Niodo arere sababu leo alikuwa busy sana.
All right, and those are MPs who, together with Deputy President William Ruto, are on a fans drive in Mwiki PCEA Church. We'll also just listen in to when the Deputy President will be speaking later on. But poll findings released by research firm Infotrack this morning indicate a significant rise in national support for a referendum. The findings of a poll conducted by phone last month show a 21% rise in support for a referendum compared to 44% of Kenyans who supported a referendum in December. 52% of the 65% who voiced support for a referendum did so for the reason that it is necessary to address the ambiguous provisions of the Constitution, while 38% support a referendum that would reduce the wage bill by reducing the number of elected and nominated representatives to government, including women representatives and senators, with 10% supporting a referendum that would see the executive expanded. The 35% who opposed a referendum gave the reasons that it is too expensive and necessary and would only serve the interests of a few in the political class.
When we released the last poll of the year, 50% were of the opinion that there was need to reduce the number of representatives to cut back on public expenditure, and 39% felt there was need to change some aspects of the Constitution that were ambiguous. So now in February 2019, that has kind of flipped. We see that the biggest driver for the Constitution, with respect to those who support it, is the need to address those grey areas at 52%, while 38% feel that there is a need to reduce the number of representatives to cut back on public expenditure.
All right, let's just go back to Mwiki PCEA Church, where the Kikuyu Member of Parliament, Kimani Ichung'wah, is currently speaking. Remember, the Deputy President, William Ruto, is also in that function. Let's listen in.
Wako na mheshimiwa Oluoch na mheshimiwa Omondi na Otiende na mheshimiwa Kamanda mahali wanatukanana leo, lakini watavuna matu. Sisi Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais, kama viongozi wengine walivyosema hapa, sisi tuliungana kama Jubilee, tukaja na mikono safi, tukasalimiana vyama karibu 14, tukatengeneza chama moja cha Jubilee, chama cha kitaifa. Na hiyo ndio handshake ambayo ilikuwa ni ya ukweli, sababu ilikuwa ni handshake that was informed by an ideology to bring the people of Kenya together. Hii handshake ingine, Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Rais, ambayo ni handshake leo, tukisalimiana na Mheshimiwa KJ hapa, ilhali Aisha akisalimiana na wewe, anafukuzwa kwa chama, anapigwa na mwanaume. Sasa jameni, huyu Aisha ni mtu wa kupigwa na wanaume? Huyu mama ndio wakulimwa na wanaume, sababu ameamua kufanya kazi na viongozi wengine wa kitaifa. So we want to say, Your Excellency, mambo ya handshake sio handshake kuleta amani nchi. Amani imeletwa na ile maombi wa Kristo waliomba mwaka wa 2017 Kenya hii. And if you want lasting peace in this country, haitakuwa mambo ya kubembeleza mwanaume ati asilete fujo Kenya hii, tubembeleze tupe ile mambo anataka asilete fujo. Lasting peace itapatikana tukiwa watu waaminifu na tukizingatia ile kazi ambayo wananchi walitupea. And that is why I want to join other leaders, Your Excellency. Nikuulize wewe na Rais Uhuru Kenyatta. Tumesema President Uhuru Kenyatta ni yeye mwenyewe alituambia tufanye kazi pamoja na wewe kama wana Jubilee ili tufanye kazi ya maendeleo kwa wananchi. And that is what we should be focused on in the Big Four agenda. Lakini leo hii tuulizane cha ukweli, where is our Big Four agenda?
All right, and we'll be going back there to Mwiki when the Deputy President William Ruto will also be addressing the congregation there. But grief and shock has gripped Kapsita village in Molo following the murder of a 65-year-old of an alleged family dispute. The victim had a pending court case where she had been accused of murdering her husband in 2014.
Residents of Kapsita village have been left shaken after 65-year-old Eunice Maina was murdered in what her children believe was under the same circumstances as their father.
Around 12 at night, I got a call kutoka kwa ndugu yangu kwa wamevamiwa na majambazi na mama ameuliwa. Asubuhi kufika kweli mama alikuwa ameuliwa. Kisa hiki si tofauti sana na kile ambacho kilitendeka mwaka 2014.
In 2014, their father was killed after allegedly receiving dowry payment and declining to give part of it to his wife, leading to his death. His wife Eunice was then accused of murdering her husband and had a pending court case that was to be heard in May.
Baba alipouliwa, mama alikuwa mshukiwa. Kesi imeendelea, hatujapata jibu, hatujapata judgment. Vile uchunguzi wa kifo cha baba ulivyofanywa, ilisemekana kuwa mama alimuua baba wakishirikiana na watu wengine. Hao watu wengine hawajafikishwa kotini hadi leo hii. Swali letu ni je, hawa watu wako wapi? Hawa watu ambao walishirikiana na mama kumuua baba wako wapi?
Both the daughters of the deceased claim that they have suffered humiliation from some relatives who have been accusing their mother of killing her husband, and all they want now is justice.
Nataka tu justice. Justice for my two parents. For my two parents, sababu wamepitia njia moja ya kisu na kumwaga damu.
Human rights. Please, human rights. Plus the activists. Please visit our area and make sure we get justice. We've been left just there.
The daughters claim that they have been having constant confrontations with family members from their father's side over a 3-acre piece of land which their mother had been ordered to give part of to their paternal grandmother. Anita Nkonge, NTV.
And a fire gutted down a dormitory at Njoro Girls High School in Nakuru on Saturday evening. The evening blaze destroyed beds and property belonging to more than 100 students housed in the one dormitory. No student was injured during the incident. The fire was contained by the Nakuru County Fire Brigade. The school administration says it has more necessary plans to communicate to the parents of the affected students, with the police commencing investigations into the probable cause of the fire.
We received information that there is fire at Njoro Girls at around 3 p.m. We rushed to the scene together with my officers. At the same time, alerted the fire brigade, who arrived on time. We managed to take all the students to the safety, so no one was injured. We had put off the fire, but all the belongings of the students and the dormitory was destroyed by the fire.
Well, the Kenya National Teachers Union Secretary General Wilson Sossion has called upon teachers to boycott the training on the new competence-based curriculum that is scheduled for April. Now, according to Sossion, the curriculum is meant to benefit students, as many would expect, but it is there to enrich a few people. He was speaking during the Nat Nyambene Region AGM in Meru County, where he said the union has accepted the appointment of Education Cabinet Secretary nominee Professor George Mago. And of course, we'll be getting that report later on. But being a hawker is a daunting way to eke a living. But imagine how harder it could be if the hawker is visually impaired. Well, 27-year-old Joseph Mwangi, who was born blind, has for the last 4 years earned a living by hawking a variety of snacks and household items in Kiriaini town in Murang'a County, weaving a tale of utter determination and resilience. And to Ismail Oletengus with more details.
It is business as usual in Kiriaini commuters' stage in Kiriaini town. However, amidst the touting and transit by commuters is a young man, Joseph Mwangi, a hawker selling his goods. However, he is not your typical kind of hawker. He is blind and does his business selling snacks and sweets, blind to his customers and his surrounding, as well as ably competing with other hawkers.
Kile kinanisukuma kufanya hii kazi ni kuwa na ile zili ya kujitegemea, sitaki kuwa mzigo kwa watu, sababu hata chakula ni mimi najipatia.
Although he went through primary and secondary school at the Thika School for the Blind, he says he was discriminated by close family members.
Saa zingine tulikuwa tunafanya kutofautiana kimawazo, napata nimenyimwa chakula, lakini nikienda kuambia mtu ananiambia mimi ni mdogo, sifai kunena.
He was disowned by his father after his mother's death, but his determination to prove that disability is not inability keeps him going.
Tukumbuke akili zetu zinafanya kazi na hakuna haja tufanye watu wengine watufanye kuwa mzigo.
Mtu akiwa kama haoni, hawezi ona mwenye anauzia, na inakuwa ni changamoto kubwa kwa sababu sasa huwa inatuguza na lazima tununue ndio aweze kujimudu kimaisha.
He tells me he is able to sell using his sense of touch. He uses his fingers to feel and differentiate the items he sells, as well as identify the amount of money given by a customer. However, he says sometimes customers misunderstand him.
Mtu anaweza niitisha kitu lakini hajui kama naona kama sioni. So unaona hapo itabidi kwanza nikemewe na huyo ananunua.
Over the years, Mwangi has become a part of the busy terminus, celebrated by the drivers and shopkeepers for his efforts despite his disability.
Thank you. It is his sheer tenacity that shines through the darkest clouds of his life. But through this business, Mwangi has found an anchor to keep him afloat the tides and challenges that come with being visually impaired. Milita Oletenges, NTV, Kiriaini, Murang'a County.
Well, thank you so much, Milita, for that report. Indeed, a show of resilience and determination. Well, just going back to our earlier story where NAT Secretary General Wilson Sossion has called upon teachers to boycott the training of the new competence-based curriculum that is scheduled for April. He was speaking at the AGM meeting that is in AGM meeting. Let's just listen into that report.
Professor, welcome. We are prepared for you. We shall engage you. But where you want to sing, you'll sing alone. You'll not sing with us and will not allow you to sing with the sector. Are we together? Because it has been stated everywhere that he has the tenacity of being a dictator. So you'll go the same way Kaimenyi went if you don't engage. But we are prepared to engage you. This curriculum reform has been grossly mishandled. It is a Simon Makonde business of Matiang'i. And I think Amina Mohammed was very honest when she said the country is not ready. teachers are not prepared. They're not properly trained. TSC is giving a report that teachers have been trained. The outcome is indicating that even the trainers do not understand the framework of CBC. If the government insists on rolling out where we are raising questions, we are going to boycott any program related to the same. Tunaelewana? They will know what the teacher means. We are raising fundamental questions.
And Cabinet Secretary Amina Mohammed says the government is working to ensure teacher-to-people ratio in the country improves. Amina was speaking during the Global Education and Skills Forum in Dubai. NTV's education reporter Sharon Baranga reports.
It is the 7th edition of the Global Education and Skills Forum taking place in Dubai. It is at this event that the best teacher globally is recognized and awarded.
It changes the world a little bit. More belongs to those.
It is the 4th time a Kenyan teacher is representing Africa. Peter Mokaya Tabichi, a teacher from Kiriko Secondary School in Nakuru County, made it to the top 10 list, beating over 10,000 teachers from 179 countries around the world.
To me, it is unbelievable, but now it shows that a teacher is someone who deserves recognition. A teacher is someone who does great work in the society. So I'm like a superstar. So it's great to be a teacher.
Tabichi, a Franciscan brother, teaches maths and physics. He gives away 80% of his monthly income to the poor.
For teachers, I'll just ask them to give their best when they are teaching, with passion.
Maina Gyoko from Aga Khan Academy in Mombasa made it to the top 50 list.
I think I'm very proud as a teacher because teachers who have been looked upon as second-class citizens. Everybody says I'm just a teacher, but now I'm very proud because it has uplifted the standard of teachers and we are earning our respect.
Among the delegates attending the forum is outgoing Education Cabinet Secretary Amina Mohammed, who says the government is working on ensuring the teacher-to-pupil ratio is improved.
The one thing that, of course, every country in the world, and you had this morning as well, is still struggling with is the teacher-to-student ratio, right? And we're working really, really hard to make sure that we are in a comfortable space.
The Global Teacher Prize Award, widely referred to as the Nobel Prize of Teaching, is an initiative of the Vaki Foundation. The $1 million award is given to an outstanding teacher in the world annually. Tomorrow, the best teacher will be awarded as the country and Africa roots for teacher Tabichi. Sharon Baranga, NTV in Dubai.
Well, for wine lovers, pairing a sumptuous meal with a glass of the same brings loads of enjoyment, they say. Well, Kenyans with an affinity of wine now have a chance of being a sommelier, a highly respected wine connoisseur, by participating in the Wines of South Africa Sommelier World Cup. NTV's Lillian Kiari attended the launch of the event and filed this report.
Kenyans' knowledge of various wines across the world has been growing over the years, and South Africa is one of the countries that has managed to penetrate the Kenyan markets. Toasting, swirling and sipping on wine characterizes most get-togethers. But words such as texture, smokiness and dryness with regards to wine are reserved for a select few who have mastered the world of wine, a chance that is now open for Kenyans in the hospitality sector with the launch of the second Sommelier Cup, with the finals expected to be held in South Africa from the 19th to the 25th of September.
People's palates have actually become sophisticated. They've just moved from just drinking entry-level wine to premium wines. Africans with a palate for wine have driven up South Africa's export to the continent, which rose by 16% in 2018 to over 4 billion Kenyan shillings. Mbadha explains that despite the weather patterns being warmer in the country, most Kenyans consume more red wine as compared to the white variety. But what determines the color of the wine? The actual color of the wine comes from the skin of the grape. So the longer the wine grape is set in the wine with the skin, the deeper the color it is.
The finalists of the Sommelier Cup will be hosted in South Africa for a tour of the winelands, where they will visit some of the most prestigious wineries. Lilian Kiarie, NTV.
Well, as it marks its 60th anniversary this year, Nation Media Group has promised to remain committed to all its stakeholders and consumers. NMG says it will continue to highlight issues that affect the society with utmost boldness while upholding the profession's set regulations.
The remarks were made last night by NTV's managing director Alex Kobia at the Nyanza Golf Club in Kisumu during the kickoff of the first leg of the 2019 Nation Classic Golf Series. Kobia, who was representing Nation Media Group's chairman Dr. Wilfred Kiboru at a dinner event, said that NMG will remain steadfast in its course.
We will continue to be true to our vision to be the media for Africa, and true to our ethical standards, true to importance we place in our objective: balanced, bold, fair content, and most importantly, true to you, our consumer.
Last week, the company held a series of activities across the Nyanza region, visiting at least 14 towns to reconnect with its consumers and reward them.
This is the opportunity we get to interact with you, our clients, our readers in different parts of the country, and we appreciate the key role you play in our business.
Gentlemen, I would like to thank Nation Media for starting their round one from Nyanza. A big round of applause to Nation Media.
Close to 100 golfers from across the country turned up for the nation-sponsored tournament, whose hospitality partner was the Grand Royal Swiss Hotel.
We're very proud to associate with the Nation's Media Group for hosting this wonderful event. Though I'm not a golfer, but after coming here since morning, and I came 3 to 4 times, I'm seeing that everybody is very energetic with this playing golf. So it also made me also thinking about I should come back and start playing here. It's an inspiration, I would say. And
Julius Omolo emerged the overall winner, posting an excellent score of 40 points. Established in 1985, the Nation Classic is the oldest running golf series in the country. NMG has played a leading role in the development of the game in Kenya over the years through the series and other events like the Kenya Open. Okukusa, NTV.
And NTV was on the road once again to showcase its products in Oyugis, Ahero and Kisumu. The roadshow offered an opportunity for viewers to interact with NTV staff and receive some free merchandise. The boda riders in the area received some reflective jackets for safety when they are on the road. Apart from viewers receiving free merchandise, there was an eating competition where viewers participated and winners awarded.
Watu wa NTV wana represent news power, ukiona venye yani vitu zao ziko sawa.
Kuna vipindi mingi zenye napenda. Kuna kama Church Live, kuna The Beat pia. Sana sana news pia napenda sana kuwatch.
Last time we just launched Watch and Win with NTV, another exciting offering that's coming to reward our viewers. That is from next week Friday. So it's quite interesting.
All right, and remember, be on the watch because NTV Roadshow will be coming to your county next. The president of the tiny archipelago of Comoro, Azali Osumani, looks set to win a new term in an election that rivals say has been hijacked. The Supreme Court has barred the bid of some of Azali's major rivals, including former President Ahmad Abdallah Sambe, accused of corruption. The mainly Muslim Indian Ocean archipelago of some 800,000 people is one of the world's poorest and most coup-prone states. And President Ali Bongo Ondimba flew home to Gabon Saturday after several months in Morocco, recovering from illness. He flew back to Libreville, accompanied by his wife Sylvia, to be welcomed by Prime Minister Julien Nkogé Bekale and senior members of the government. Bongo, walking slowly with the aid of a stick, raised first one arm and then the other to greet them. And polls opened today for the first Thai election since a 2014 coup, with a high turnout expected among a public who received a cryptic last-minute warning from the Thai king to support good leaders to prevent chaos. All television stations repeated the rare statement by the king moments before polls opened across the politically turbulent country. All right, let's now take a look at the stories making headlines in the world of sports with Brian Otwell.
Ghana 1-0 win over Harambee Stars in their final Group F tie to see the Black Stars finish top on 9 points, 2 ahead of Kenya despite both teams having qualified. In a peak of other results, Burundi qualified for their first ever AFCON as Aubameyang's Gabon crashed out.
From accurate
Black Stars of Ghana revenged their 1-0. As Group L leaders where they lie with 13 points. Elsewhere, Togo will be in Benin seeking nothing but victory to secure AFCON qualification from Group D. In Group G, Zimbabwe are looking to book their AFCON ticket against Congo Brazzaville in Harare. The other Group G tie will see DR Congo welcome Liberia, and a win for Florent Ibenge's men should secure themselves qualification. And Kenya's Fatuma Iron Fist Zarika beat Zambian Catherine Piri by unanimous points to retain the World Boxing Council WBC Super Bantamweight title for the third time, and in the process ensure that the green belt would remain at home. Ida Waringa was at the ringside and brings us more.
The Kenyatta International Convention Center was at full capacity, ready for the WBC Super Bantamweight title fight. Zambian Catherine Piri started her rematch with champion Fatuma Zarika Onahai.
Oh, this is a hard left
The 32-year-old on an energetic flow, one that would soon fade in the later rounds, with the quick reflex Zarika emerging with heavy shots to Piri's head before an enthusiastic crowd.
They are.
Iron Fist Zarika won after a 3-0 unanimous decision, with the three judges giving 98-92, 99-91 and 97-93 scores.
Retaining her title, the reigning WBC Super Bantamweight Champion of the world, Fatuma Iron Fist Zarika.
The win saw the 34-year-old improve her record to 32 wins, 12 losses and 3 draws.
Kweli vile alikuwa anacheza, yeye kitu yenye alikuwa anatafuta KO. Na hiyo ni kitu yenye ambapo haingeweza kuhappen. Mimi ni mtu mwenye ambapo niko na experience kwa hii mchezo na nimekaa kwa boxing kwa muda mrefu. Yeye bado ni mtoto, bado ndiye anakuja. Kwa hivyo hii mchezo ni vizuri apeleke polepole ndio ili afike mahali ambapo anataka kufika.
The former WBC World Bantamweight champion and her entourage gracious in defeat.
I don't complain. Whatever the judges passes is final. So I'm a sports person. Whether win or lose, the final people to judge is the judges. So I'm okay with the decision.
Yeah, the fight was okay. When she was leaving home, we told her that no, you go for a knockout. So she was trying to maybe knock her out, but it failed. So I think the next time, if given a chance, we will do better.
Pioneering Kenyan boxing queen Conjestina Hands of Stone Achieng among the audience.
Demonstrating what she used to be like when she was the champion. She is now getting back to her real self. It is very...
In select undercard or curtain raiser contests, Aiba Continental welterweight champion Rayton Okwiri beat Tanzanian Pascal Bruno, and super welterweight Hassan Mwakinyo beat Argentine Sergio Eduardo El Tigre Gonzalez in a 5th round TKO.
Naweza sema game yenyewe wameorganize vizuri, SportPesa naweza ambia big up, naendelea tu na hiyo. At least ni kama boxer wengine moral.
Ida Warenga, NTV.
Congratulations to Iron Fist Zarika. Moving on, Spain, Italy and Switzerland were among the Saturday's winners in the Euro 2020 qualifying games last night. Captain Sergio Ramos scored his 16th goal of the season as Spain edged past Norway 2-1 in their opening game. Defender Ramos converted a Panenka-style spot kick for the winning goal. Former Bolton loanee Rodrigo... The latest in sports will be giving you much more briefs in our subsequent bulletins. Back to you, Zainab.
All right, thank you so much, Brian. Well, that brings us to the end of our bulletin this hour. Remember, on NTV Investigates tonight, Praying Missionaries will be airing with Edmund Nyabola at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. We do not want to miss that. My name is Zainab Ismail. Good afternoon.